Hello, everyone. We recently did a video about Medicare and immigrants. We get many calls about that and hope that it helped to answer some of your questions. We also receive many questions about Social Security from people who have immigrated to the United States. And today we are going to answer those questions for you in this video. My name is Raluca Hanea. I have an office in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and provide immigration, estate planning, and family law services to my clients. Nina Clear, my marketing and office manager, is here with me, and we really appreciate all your likes, shares, and comments as they help others see our videos.
Will you explain what Social Security is?
Yes, it is a federal government program in the United States that provides a monthly income for people who fall into certain categories.
What are those categories?
They include retired workers, people with disabilities, spouses or children of disabled workers, or people who have died.
And about how many people receive Social Security?
1 in 5 Americans do. This can be broken down into 47 million retired workers and their descendants, 10 million disabled workers and their dependents, and 6 million survivors of deceased workers.
And we should point out that SSI, or Supplemental Security Income, and Social Security are different.
Yes, there are 3 types of payments that people seem to confuse. First, SSI is for people who are disabled who may have never worked or who haven't worked enough to obtain SSDI, which is Social Security Disability Insurance. The second is SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, which is for people who worked and are now disabled. And then the third one is Social Security, which doesn't require someone to have a disability.
And just like Social Security payments are funded through taxes, SSDI is as well, right?
That's right. People who get SSDI have worked for a number of years and paid FICA, that comes from Federal Insurance Contributions Act. Social Security taxes then went into a trust fund. People who receive Social Security SSI usually haven't paid enough in taxes to receive this and are also eligible for Medicaid and food stamps.
And how is an individual's Social Security payment determined?
It is based on how much they have earned over their life, the age they start receiving the benefits, or if they are going to receive Social Security because of a spouse working rather than their own work history. This is a tip for anyone thinking they will use Social Security to live on when they are older. The longer you can put off receiving Social Security, the bigger the amount will be.
How young can you be?
You can start receiving it at age 62, but if you wait until age 70, the amount received will be bigger.
And many people say that Social Security money will run out before they are old enough to get it. Can you talk about that?
This is a very convoluted discussion. Basically, people who are paying taxes into the trust fund now are funding those who are receiving payments. In order to have the money to pay people in the future, there must be future workers paying into the fund at that time. People are having fewer children or are leaving the United States, so there are more people expected to need the funds when then will be paying into the fund. So unless the Congress passes laws for more taxes, the funds won't have enough to cover all the payments, which means they will probably reduce the distribution amounts.
But many people say that the government has taken money from Social Security, and that's what's making it so they won't be able to pay retirees. How does that happen?
Since Social Security was started in the 1930s, the taxes paid are put into a special fund, which also collects interest from the money in there. So this means that the fund holds about $2.3 trillion at this time. Congress has borrowed from this money, but they are also required to pay it back with interest.
And people are always concerned about illegal immigrants receiving Social Security, but they can't, can they?
No, they are not able to collect Social Security although they do pay taxes on their income, which goes into the Social Security fund. In 2010, Social Security received $12 billion from undocumented workers and their employers.
And while we don't address disability payments, can you tell us if legal immigrants receive Social Security?
They can. So we're talking about legal immigrants. That is one reason it is important to get a Social Security card as soon as you are eligible.
And why is that?
You must pay taxes credited to your Social Security card for a required length of time in order to obtain Social Security.
How long do you need to pay taxes in order to be eligible?
Anyone who receives Social Security worked for 40 credits or 10 years, with 4 credits being the maximums you could earn every year.
So if you are a green card holder or a naturalized citizen, you can get Social Security?
Yes, as long as you meet the required time working, you can apply for Social Security.
So if you didn't work in the United States for 10 years, you don't qualify?
Some legal immigrants may qualify. The United States has Social Security agreements, which are also called totalization agreements, with 26 countries. If you worked in one of those countries, you can combine the credits earned in that country with those you earned in the United States, as long as you earn 6 credits in the United States. The agreement with each country is different, so it would be wise to speak to an advisor familiar with your country and Social Security about it if you would qualify.
And what about if you leave the United States? Does that impact your right to Social Security?
It can. The credits you earned are permanently yours, but if you leave the country while you are receiving the benefits, or live in the US and another country, that may impact the amount you can collect. Again, each situation is so different. It would be a good idea to talk to an advisor about your individual situation. Thank you again for your likes and comments, and to everyone who watches our videos. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. We are here to help. See you soon.